Ciao nice people, welcome on this new stream of Critipedia, and hello there. Hi Sleepy J. Hi Zoro. We have right away a gacha pool for Sleepy J. Let's go. Well, I would love to make gachas even work outside of the stream avatars here below the stream, but I really need to find some ideas for that. For now, let's write a complex formula. Yeah. Let's see if the explosion works. Yeah, I didn't do anything actually. Probably there were some problems in the explosion servers. I'm using trigger fire, and it's pretty useful, but I suppose sometimes it won't work. Okay, here it is. I should really save this formula somewhere. You got to raid! Oh, the main character of RPG Maker NZ. Still common though, unfortunately. Okay, today we are playing the Remnants of the Witch. Oh, again, we are playing while creating a Critipedia, which is some mistakes in game development from my point of view. Of course, every one of those is up to debate. And up until now we reached 40 Critipedia entries, critiques. So let's see if we can reach 100 in, I don't know, until winter. Okay, I won't again, well, I never actually read the description of the games because, well, a lot of reasons. First of all, so we can play the game more, since I will take a lot of time just talking in the game. Second, usually when players want to try a game to play, they usually first open the game page and then skim through the images, and only if the images are interesting they will then read what the story is about. For now, what I'm seeing is there is a custom graphics on the game, even if I need to see it better in context because it seems to have some sort of clashing styles, or maybe it's the same style but maybe a different resolution, I'm not sure. Even if the game-based graphics are RTPs, so there seems to be, right from the start, a clashing style, even if I really like that the game is trying to have its own unique style. Because even if it's not a, I don't know, it's not a pixel art, not a realistic one, I like when the game tries to have the unique art style. So it's kinda cute, it's very cute. Even if some parts of, well, we will talk in game, but even the graphics interface needs to unfortunately be coherent. Okay, we can start with the game. It's still a demo, as I suppose it's a demo, since it has a 0.4, it's a 0.4 version, so probably it's not the complete game. Okay, let's see. Where do I take? Here, okay. Remnants of the Witch. Here it is, the game. I should maybe take... No, for now it's fine. We have a wider window for updating the Critipedia if it needs to. Wait, it's episode 1? The game wants to go on episodes, maybe? Ah, that's interesting. Well, I usually don't want to make my games in episodes because I am always perfectionist and I fix the thing. I edit all the first part of the game, even if I make a change later. I always return to my steps on the first part, so I will always regret to not have fixed something in the first episode when I'm in the third one. Okay, the options. Okay, as I could have expected, it's Visus Stella core options, right? Okay, when it's Visus Stella core option, I always check if there's this option, random encounters. I think this makes the game too much preponderant on the player choice, but we'll see if it's relevant or not. Maybe it's not relevant because there are on-map encounters. I don't know. The title screen is very simple, but that's weird. But even if it's really simple, keeping it empty helps. Even if it's just a simple text for the name and that small decoration under the name, well, a simple decoration under the name, which could be easily be done with paint. Even if it's really even too much simple, at least having an empty title screen helps to, I don't know, covers this simplicity, having a completely empty title screen. So I would say that I don't dislike it. It's an interesting use of the low resources you have. Okay. It reminds me of the title screen of Blades of Fire, but it's another story. Oh, wrong option. That was a weird introduction. I would suggest that, well, usually when you start a game with an introduction like those, you can't really do a fade-out screen on a map. So the solution is to start a game on an empty map, check the option of starting the game with a transparent protagonist, and then make the introduction. In this way you won't have the split second of the map showing. Okay, here you can choose the controls. That's interesting. You have keyboard controller controls. That's interesting. I have a more pro suggestion, which is not really a critique. This one, it's a more pro suggestion, which is usually with plugins that allows you to read the controller inputs. You can get from the plugin which was the last controller the player used. So you can know if the player used a keyboard or a controller. Not sure if you can understand it if the player used a PlayStation controller, but you can probably get if the player used a keyboard or a controller, and consequently change the tutorial instructions without asking the player. How we go with the keyboard? So I'm here, I guess. That's a very, very quick introduction here. Interesting, the... is it chiptune music? No. It's half orchestrated, half chiptune music. Which is interesting, even if would fit more maybe on a more pixelated art style. We finally arrived. Yeah, that's how a lot of games start. Annie said she would meet me by that plague. Plague. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what a plague is. Oh, hi Terminus, nice to see you there. It's beat pop music. Ah, that's the name? Okay, I didn't know it. Plague, a flat piece of material, often metal. Okay, nice to know. We are trying here I forgot, I didn't check which other games the developer made. Give me a second, I usually do that. It's a game from June Daniel Soleil. Not the Soleil from Fire Emblem. And... okay, I don't recognize any name, any game, unfortunately. Okay, it was just to check the name, maybe. Yeah, we are making some sort of games for the Critipedia, where I update some critiques I give on the games. From my perspective, at least. When was the last time I ever went to the mall with someone? Since high school, maybe? Well, time to get going, I guess. Okay, we have the basic instructions. I always wonder, when you play RPG Maker games, how much do you need to explain to the player? Because, unfortunately, yeah, you will always get a veteran player that knows how to move with arrows, but you also get, you might also get the first ever player, a player that plays a game for the first time and needs to know how to move, so it's always a spiky situation, the one of the tutorials. For now, I see that it's pretty fine explaining the arrow keys and the Z move. I think can be necessary. Okay, I need to go there. Nothing prohibits me from exploring around, though. Now, okay, we have the classic infinite meowing cat. It's always a well, it's nothing really, but it's surprising how many games have a cat that if you spam the button meows a lot of times. Well, it's too much effort to make it not a problem, but I don't know, it's weird seeing it everywhere. I hope those kids don't end up hurting themselves. Kids are indestructible as far as I know. Well, in video games, yeah, kids are actually indestructible. I remember getting hurt all the time as a kid. Maybe when you are a kid you have a defense buff. Or the immortality buff, I don't know. Oh, I missed a... I can't help but worry, when you have children you understand. Yeah, if that ever happens. What do you mean? You don't want to get married, or you have different plans? Meow 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 meow. Always good to remember that your game might be someone's very first RPG Maker game. Yeah, that's why some games give forgiven how the battle system works. Some player doesn't know that being hit charges your technique points, or players may not even know that the mana points are for casting magic. But yeah, I suppose that if a game explains everything as a player is completely new, will bore to death the experienced player. So unfortunately, finding the right equilibrium on game tutorials is always hard. The best way is to make the player understand by themselves, and if they don't, help them with a tutorial, but just understanding that is pretty hard. Well, for now, it's only a simple prompt. Show us some magic! Ah, those kids won't leave me alone. You gotta help me! What do you mean? I need to show my magic. What's wrong? Those kids found out I'm a mage. Now they really want to see some magic. Just say no? Okay, it's children, so it's not that easy. It's not a defense buff, but it's PvP protection. I don't know, children can PvP themselves, actually. Oh, we have the expert in the matter. We were talking about children, and there's Lolo. Yeah, that doesn't actually sounds pretty bad, I'm sorry. I mean, Lolo, children are indestructible, right? Would you kill children in your game, Lolo? just to ask from the expert. And there's a gacha pool for Lolo, let's go. And Lolo got a Mikkel. Oh, okay, we are getting a lot of common protagonists here. Doesn't sound good, I know, I'm sorry. I never kill children in my games, okay. Even children are invulnerable to the Lolo wrath, perfect. My superiors will get mad at me if they find out I'm casting magic in public. Then don't do it. But I don't want to let those kids down. This guy has no idea what to do. He's having a mental crisis. Guess I have to decide for him. too risky. The children also need to understand that magic can be dangerous. You're probably right. Sorry kids, I really can't do any magic. You should all run home today. Oh man, I wanted to see him do something cool, like explode. Let's go look for something else. And maybe more dangerous. Oh no. I really did want to show them some magic, but I think you made the right call. Must be a lot of responsibility being a mage. Yeah, being born with special powers is nice, but you're suddenly trusted with so much. Okay. We have some extra dialogue here. In an extra interaction. Maybe it's necessary to do it to continue the plot. But even then, it's a nice... Well, it's not useless at all. Because first of all, you have a ethic choice, which always helps the player, for my opinion, get involved a little with the action. Second of all, the game gives us important lore information, or world building information. Not anyone can learn magic. People are born with magic alignment. Being born with a purpose doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, you're depressed, I know. Thanks for the help. We still can't open the menu. For now? What do you mean, lol? Give them chloroform and say it's a sleep spell! No, poor kids! Wait, how did the cat end up there? He was up there before. He did a nice trip. This will be a good one. What are you talking about? Just think about a cool prank I have in mind. Tell me more. A prank? You're gonna use the dollar bill fishing rod one? Or pull a skeleton in your car or something? Those are old school pranks, come on. What? No. I was thinking about pushing someone into the water. Yeah, but also new school jokes are even... New school pranks are even worse, actually. That's no prank, you're just being an asshole. You don't get what it's like to be famous, alright? No one gotta get mad at me, I'm just messing with people, that's all. Pushing people into water doesn't seem like you're just messing with them. Well, for a TikTok video, I don't know, still, no. Look, just get... I think there's a mistake here. Just get out of here already. I don't need some dumb girl ruining my fun. Ah, okay. So the protagonist is a girl. I didn't really understand because maybe the eyelashes could have suggested it, but from the hair I was thinking I was comparing the face to one of a hero. I saw some hero with a similar hairstyle, so that's why I assumed it was a male. Someone's gotta beat the crap out of you one day. Can I push them in the lake, please? It's just a prank, bro. So they won't get mad if I push them into a river, right? Okay, finally we can start the story. Is this the plague she was talking about? Okay, that was pretty fast. I don't see what's so interesting about it. By the way, what's the game about? I don't know. We just started. The protagonist said, I'm here. And we were just exploring around before this plot. Mary, it's me! Over there! That's Dumban over there! He actually came! Were you expecting me not to? Yeah, that happens with one of my friends. Nothing. Cut this part off. I wasn't so sure, I had to beg for you to come. I'm really glad you're here. It will be a lot of fun, Mary, you'll see. I guess. So why did you want to meet at this plague, though? You don't know? People carve their names into the plague all the time. The lovers carve their name? Oh, no. Maybe not. I don't know. They came... thought we could do it to celebrate our first outing. Outing? I'm sorry. I might mistake it for something else, just to be sure. Outing. Outing could be the outing of the sexual orientation, but I'm not really sure. Looks pretty small for a plaque that everyone used to write their names. Yeah, unfortunately, since the game seems to use basic RTPs, it's pretty hard to have a bigger one. Could have used more of them, but would feel surreal maybe. Seems kinda random. Ah, don't be such a stick in the mud. Come on, let's write our names. Tutorial. Ah, okay, it's a save point. Black plaques and red notepads. Allows you to save your game. Sure. So I need to find other plaques. Let's have a look around. There's bound to be things to do and people to talk to. Yeah, that's how a city works. Well, not really. No, never mind. You don't go around in cities to talk with people. This seems a little a forced dialogue here because it's pushing the player to interact with people, but usually that's not really a thing you do when you go out with someone. When you go out with someone, you never tell, ah yeah, let's talk to random people. That's not what happens usually. The best way could be maybe they were looking for something small. For example, they were planning to go to a museum, and they need to look around for information, something small like that. That's a nice excuse to talk around with people. Just talk with people? Why? I have a better question. Why not? No, this is very forced actually, because no one normal will really go around and talk with random people. That's not what you do when you go out with someone. This felt forced. Even if it was pretty easy to find an excuse for it. For example, well, there was the museum example, but depends on what they're doing next. I think the game doesn't need to tell the player talk to people, because that's what the player does usually. So the best course of action could have been just to tell her, let's check around, let's look around, which was included talk with people, look around. So I think it was completely weird. Maybe the character is not normal. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that's not a normal dialogue. That's a pretty surreal dialogue. Also, everyone is special. My favorite activity when I'm out with a friend is not interacting with my friend. Yeah, talking with people is boring. Let's talk to other people instead. Okay, we talk with them. Let's check there. Why there's a carpet? Ah, okay, it's not a carpet, it's a... I don't know the name. Yeah, the beach carpets. Let's call them the beach carpets until I get corrected. A towel, beach towel, perfect. It was pretty fast. This new mall is nice and all, but I much prefer the mountains. How do you compare a mall to the mountains? Never liked how it feels to walk in sand. Maybe, yeah, mall, it was including the beach. I never thought of going hiking. We should go sometime, Mary. Should be Mari, probably. Mari. Like the one from Omori. I never was really a fan of hiking. My feet get sore fast. I actually like walking only when I'm alone and I have music. Too bad, it's a relaxing experience. Come on, Mari, can we at least go camping? Will you bring s'mores? S'mores. A sweet treat made with toast marshmallows. Ah. Okay, interesting. I bring s'mores. I think about it. That's not even a yes. Still, the dialogue don't expand a lot the story or the world or anything else, but are funny. So that's what really is necessary for dialogues. So they are pretty fine. Hey, what are you doing? I think he's meditating, Mary. Oh, what's that? You still your mind and body, letting nothing bother or distract you. I've heard it even helps with casting magic. Well, he must be meditating good if he's ignoring us. Eh? I suppose he is. S'mores are sandwiches made with marshmallows, biscuits and chocolate. Squish them together and warm them on a campfire. Or microwave. Bam, that's the best snack ever. Oh, I'm getting hungry suddenly. Hello? What do you want? I'm trying to fish here. That's pretty fishy, if you ask me. Okay, so to talk about the game, I really appreciate that the game starts with a free exploration, because the dialogues are interesting, and giving control to the player right away is, well, a nice way to help immersion and not bore the player right away with long story. Even if, for now, the story is pretty absent. The story is just, let's talk to random people. So I would have at least appreciated the even small thing to look forward to. For example, yeah, we go to the museum later, or I don't know. For now it's a simple date, maybe? Okay, suppose we forgot to talk with someone. The cat. Not the cat. Leave that guy alone, Henny is a jerk. If you say so. Oh wait, interesting. So we have a different dialogue here if we talked to that guy before. That's a very nice little touch. These kids won't leave me alone. Wait, it's the same dialogue. Maybe there's a mistake here. It's probably a bug where it resets after I get a new character. Okay. I get why he was worried. Theo told me that mages aren't supposed to cast magic without a good reason. If Theo was here, this guy wouldn't hear the end of it. This Theo guy, what he likes anyways? He's a great mage, if a bit eccentric. I think it should be his training. His training has been very insightful and interesting, if a bit demanding at times. He can be loud and rude. So the guy who wouldn't be casting magic for the enjoyment of children. I guess you can say that. I also really like that the portraits have different expressions, like the winky one. They're pretty cute. Oh, wait, you can enter there. I was confusing them for windows. I think it would be better to have some sort of carpet or just a way to make player know it's not a window and it's an entrance. Even just making a single door. Because it was a little confusing having these many doors right at once. It's a good opening act. Still could use some establishing of the setting though. Yeah, again, I really like how you can freely talk around with people and take your time on starting the story. Yeah, the NPCs seem to have different dialogue whether they have any on the party. Yeah, that's a pretty nice touch because it means writing more dialogue. Even if the mage had a pretty similar dialogue now. Alright, we're inside. Any stops you wanna make, Mary? Mary? I was thinking of picking up a pocket phone. Oh, I heard the new model came out recently. I mean, I don't want anything too fancy. I just want a new one, just in case. As for me, I saved up some money for some new clothes. Haven't bought some in a while. I haven't gotten new clothes in a while either. We should pick some stuff for you too. I think you'd look good in a sundress. No, you don't have to do that. I'm fine with what I'm wearing. If you say so. You should at least have a look. Fine. Okay, this should be then a commercial district, right? Or a commercial building. I don't know the English name. The shopping mall, right? I would say that even if shopping malls are usually pretty big, unfortunately replicating the reality into games could bring some problems. See, for example, the shopping malls are very big normally, but if you make a shopping mall in a game, here you have the emptiness. What do you see here in this screen? You have 2 plants, some trash cans, a bunch of NPCs, and the rest is the same identical floor tile, repeated for like 80% of the screen. So in these cases, I think it's better to find a different arrangement of the shopping mall. Make them smaller or make it on more floors, or there are many ways to just not make a very empty map. Okay, I have to make an observation, which is more of a compliment, because if this was any other RPG Maker game, I would just skip the NPCs, because they usually don't say anything useful and bore me to death. Here, in this game, I'm at least incentivized to talk with them, because they usually say something funny. So that's a very nice pro of the game for now. The dialogues are interesting. Which, unfortunately now, a lot of games just give NPCs for given and they don't give them any interesting dialogue at all. So that's a nice breath of fresh air for once in a while. Please throw your trash in the right bin. It will make everyone's life a bit easier. Okay. This dialogue wasn't that interesting, but at least it was short and in context, I suppose. Where's the pharmacy again? Alright, sir. I'm fine. I can't seem to find the pharmacy. I can't find it for the life of me. For how little that means, haha. And he dies. Just ahead on the left. So it is, haha. Yeah. You need your medication, Grandpa? No, I'm a able-bodied man. Can't you tell? Sure. I need to get my wife medication. Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't worry about old folks like us. I hope you have a nice day. Getting gold makes me a good judge of character, at least. Haha, you're a nice person. Have a good day. I'm not asking. Do you think they'll ever make a medicine that will fix Fulcher cough? Okay, also we have information on other characters. That's a nice place to put other information, even if it's secondary, to talk with the old guy. Even if I would have shortened maybe all the introduction part of the old man, because he needing a medicine, he doesn't know where the pharmacy is, and us giving instruction where to go isn't really needed at all. So I would have cut the first part at least, because again it's completely not relevant dialogue. Even if that's a nice link on the of the world building, I would say here after that. Maybe he says it's nothing, though it doesn't go away in a few weeks. Ok, Okay. Oh! We need to go there. Come check this out. Look at how much new tech stuff is in there. I'm too busy looking at the price tags. Well, that's the price you pay for bleeding edge technology. Yeah, bleeding my wallet. Oh, here's the new RV model. It has a bigger screen and it's a lot more compact. That's a... What's that? I would say, okay, that is clearly a custom-made image. The style is different, but it's pretty small, so it doesn't clash a lot with the basic art piece. You can tell it's different, but only if you pay attention, I would say. And it costs 3 times more than the older model. I think I'll take this one. The Model 2? It's pretty old. As long as it works, I'm fine with it. They look like record players. Weird though, because I understood they were going to buy some smartphones, right? I'll give you my phone number. You know how to use a phone, right? Not really, honestly. I've never really needed a phone. I wonder now if the phone is the menu. Next door. Something wrong, Mari? Work has felt empty lately. Yeah, not many customers have come by for a few days. No, I don't mean like that. I feel like the days melding together. I feel lost, I guess. You're gonna be a mage, something special. People will look up to you. Meanwhile, I'll probably still be working at the cafe. Okay, I was wondering what they were working at. I'm sure you can do whatever you set your mind to. You don't need to work for full chair forever. Okay, suppose 2 plus 2 together, it's the name of the coffee shop. Usually, it's not a good thing to place random names without explaining what they are, but here it's pretty intuitive what it means. Since they still sell record players, and Miri isn't familiar with a cell phone, I think the dates should be late 90s, early 1000s. How do you read 00s? I suppose thousands. Yeah, those periods, but with magic. I wish I had an easy out like you. Mary. Wait, so they were talking about the outing before. Maybe they were talking about becoming a mage instead. Never mind, let's get going already. Not before nothing. Clyde and the boys, soon coming to Stargrave. Never heard of those. Oh, those guys, they're coming here? You don't know them, Mari? No, I don't really follow that stuff. They mostly stay in Brack then. I guess they're finally going on tour. Wanna check the tour, Mari? They're pretty good. You're serious? Those loose fighting? Fit? Does it come from fitting? Fit? Okay, I never heard of this extension. No, okay, maybe fitting is right. Okay. Okay, probably a typo, thanks. You could have said no, you jerk. Hey, being honest about opinions is always... Well, I understand not insulting what someone is wearing, but I think it's fine insulting what public people is wearing, right? A shop? No sin? And we have a shop, we have money. Cola. Restores life points and mana, I suppose. Removes sleep. Well, I could take one of both. And you can't buy. Understandable, you never buy things in a shop. Oh, no dialogue here. I suppose there's a mistake. Oh no, clothes. Yeah, we have. Is there anything you like to look of, Mary? The look of? I'm not interested in getting any new clothes, really. I think it's missing a comma. Okay, a personal note. Clothing stores are my personal hell. Because you need to try every single dress and you need to put them away. That's just boring to death. Oh, come on, Mari, there's gotta be something you like. Oh! What are those strawberries? Mari, look! What I'm supposed to be looking at. It's a berry bud! I forgot about those things. Well, they look awful, okay? Well, depends. Maybe they can be cute, I don't know. I watched their cartoon as a kid. I was about eating healthier food like berries. I'm surprised to still see them around after all those years. I don't dislike clothing stores, but it's daunting. I know. That's the worst part. It will eat a lot of your time. Oh. Seems like some crap for kids to tell the parents to. Or something like that. Oh Ash, you're so negative. You know what? I get one for you. Which one would you like? You don't have to. Sash! Shush! Getting you to agree to anything is like pulling teeth. Just think of it as a memento of our first time hanging out. Just pick the one you like. I get the tomato. I try to reach for it. It's too high up. I would have put a different... I don't know. This is clearly on a table. Come on. I would have put it somewhere else. Not here. I get it. Here you go. Thanks. Okay, now this scene, I suppose that has some, well, how to say, contextual or coherence problems, because you clearly see it's a table. Also, you don't see the tomato doll disappearing. So there could have been a lot of solution, for example, scrapping this scene if the object is not needed, or maybe put the object on a table. Like, it is on a table after all. Maybe it was to show that Mari can be cute sometimes, I don't know, but there could have been other ways too. So I think this was unnecessary. Also, that's something that unfortunately something that I still see devs doing, which is the devs envision a scene and they want to replicate the scene exactly in a game. For example, I suppose here the creator envisioned the scene where Mari couldn't reach the doll, the plush, and her friend took the plush for her. But there should be the how to say, there should be the malleability of in the game development to change the idea when doing it could bring some problems. For example, seems so surreal. I'm only seeing a table after all. So I think the developer could change the idea a little, or when following their principal idea leads to compromises, like this one. Don't push your luck. Hey, alright, let's get going. That's everything we wanted to do, right? I think so. Hey Annie, how do you feel about being a mage? You are apprenticing, right? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. According to Theo, I'll be a full-fledged mage in just a few weeks. Good for you, you sound proud about it. Something wrong? Just that haven't been feeling great at work. Feeling lost, I guess. Wish I could be a mage like you. Mary, I'm sure you will find your calling one day. Thanks. No problem, let's head up to the cafeteria. I'm starving. Okay, I have to make another note on the game. I really like the start and the freedom. For now though, the game risks to go for too long without any sort of hook. Because an important part of the game is having a story, or not really having a story, but having a motivation for the player to keep going. Up until now, the characters are, well, I got to understand the characters, the exploration is okay, but I don't have any reason to think, okay, I will continue playing and go to the cafeteria, because I'm not excited to go to the cafeteria. I don't have any reason to think, oh cool, now at the cafeteria we are fighting the... Well, I'm not saying fighting the evil lord, but at the cafeteria we will see if we have enough money to pay because we are poor, I don't know, or something. Well, we have one plot point, which is Mari didn't find her vocation, but it's not... I don't think it's enough for hooking the player. So the story needs to have a interesting turn or find a destination in a short while, I would say. I was about to say, the characters are interesting, but there's no hook. A conflict to move the story on. Yeah, that's right. That's why there is the base structure of every story, which should be followed, but with some differences or modification, if you know what you're doing, which is again the premise, the conflict, and everything else. So I think I should add the first critique of today. I should also work on the critiques more, probably, which is not having a hook. Here it is. Well, since I was here, we surely had a Wikipedia here, which was on the NPC interactions, which I still didn't interact with every NPC, so I'm not saying the game is doing the NPC interaction perfectly, but it got me interested on talking with an NPC or two. So the NPC dialogue is interesting, and that not very interesting, unfortunately, but still a motivation to make the player talk with NPCs at least. It would have been better if there was a hook on the story, because unfortunately adding NPC dialogues on top of the absence of a hook can get annoying. Otherwise I would have talked with a lot of them. Conflict can be anything. Starts raining and they don't have an umbrella. A character receives a phone call and suddenly it goes away without giving explanation. The Evil Lord enters the cafeteria. I would love the last one actually. Oh, hi Dave wants to battle. Are slow burn stories better for RPG Maker games, or do you prefer starting with action? This is a pretty difficult question, because slow burning stories are very hard to write, because it comes to mind Steins Gate, Robotic Notes, which are very good games, but the start is extremely slow. So the core point is having interesting character and still having a hook. Steins Gate have an interesting hook right away. Robotic Notes didn't have a hook, but it was still interesting because the dialogues were very interestingly written, good characters, and every sort of thing like that. So I would say slow burning games in every engine, not only RPG Maker, are very hard to make, because players could get bored right away. There is a game that is it's trending recently, which is well, I saw it on Twitter once. which was Until Then. It was a visual novel but with side-scrolling exploration. And didn't have any sort of hook, but the characters were interesting and the dialogue was pretty witty. I was even considering playing it on stream once, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't have the correct answer for it, but I sum it up in making those sort of games is very hard. You need to be very expert on writing dialogues and characters. A slow burn can help establishing the character, I think, but it needs to establish something on the setting first, in a more indirect way. Yeah, I will take again the example from Steins Gate. Steins Gate has a very slow burn at the start, but it starts with a very big hook, which is something that happened which didn't happen, or something like that. A death of a character which isn't dead, which isn't explained for a lot of the game, like until the half of the game, but that's enough for make the player curious to continue playing. Slow burn is risky, yeah, very risky unfortunately. So far isn't too awkward. You can say the protagonist are somewhere in the working class and the world is somewhat modern, with magic. Yeah, also, we are in 1 hour here, but I took a lot of time to talk, so maybe it's 20 minutes of gameplay up until now. 15 I would say, which is still a lot for not having a hook. Yeah, I'm having fun. I haven't been in the mall in a while. You can ask me to hang out anytime. I always be up for it. Okay, so since we are talking about slow burn games, a suggestion I can have for them would be the dialogues, and to avoid unnecessary dialogues. I'm personally getting fixated now on unnecessary dialogues, so I'm getting bored more easily by them, but can be fine in games with less dialogues or more action. But in slow burning games like this, unnecessary dialogues could make the player more disinterested on the game. So every dialogue, or most of them, should usually have something to tell, which can be about the characters, the story, the world building, without having a lot of world building without any reason, or just being funny or witty, I don't know. So I would say, for example, this dialogue is not necessary if it doesn't link to something else. You can ask me to hang out anytime. I always be up for it. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it really. Yeah, okay, it really wasn't necessary. What do you wanna eat? I don't know, up for anything. What about you? Also, still talking about unnecessary dialogue, this was kinda necessary, this dialogue, because it brings out the topic of what do you wanna eat. But I insist that games much focused on a slow start should have a more thought out dialogue. For example, instead of saying I can eat whatever I want, you could have inserted something else, like try to guess, or something different instead of the classic I don't know what you want. Those games have it hard, but they need to play hard. Something not too heavy, like sushi maybe. I'll leave that up to you. I gotta use the bathroom. Can you go gay? Gay? Oh, how did you call me? Can you go gay some food? I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Great, I'll be right back. I wonder what Annie would like to eat. Better go see the options. Also, this is not the kind of game, but if I would have made a game, I would have put a random fourth wall break here, for example. Let's see the game options for the food, which I get people don't like fourth wall breaks. But at least having breaking the immersion could help breaking the boredom. So you can choose to break the boredom or the immersion here, or both of them. Both is good. Reminder, breaking the immersion is bad, so my idea maybe is not the best one, but also breaking the immersion breaks the boredom, because the player gets distracted by the same dialogue. Sure, sprinkles, glitter and rainbow hamburger. I will get something for you. Yeah, I will get some hamburger here. This food is shrunk down, right? Oh, wait. No! I didn't want to press yes. I got spicy food. Here you go. Hope you it's spicy as you hoped. Oh no, I got the spicy food that I had. Oh no! I don't like spicy food. Oh well, too bad. Also, there's a lot of people. Even if I would have avoided the copy-paste. You see, we have 3 identical NPCs. So, the others are different, but yeah, we have this NPC copy-pasted at least 5 times. Rip Annie, she's dead. I think also depends entirely on how much time you have to invest in a game. Yeah, unfortunately, the perception of the time when you are playing is very different from people to people. Some people can have a lot of time, so they fully enjoy this part of the game. Other people maybe don't have much time, and they get bored because their time is different from the others. That's a problem that comes out when you think about RPG games that want to be, how to say, less story focused and more gameplay focused, with very long dungeons. Long dungeons can be fine if you are a player that enjoys doing more fights, have more time to grind more enemies, even if other people could find a dungeon much longer than needed. So unfortunately, yeah, it also depends from the target. Even if or no, and that's why it's even more important to find the right audience, or not really find the audience, attract the right audience. For example, let's return to the game page. I don't think this page can attract the right audience, because, okay, it has RPG battles, so it will take a turn sooner or later. But if someone sees this page, thinks, okay, cool, we have an RPG game, let's go and beat some enemies up, I think the game should be more clear on how the gameplay is, which is not only battles, it's also a slice of life part, at least at the start. But I suppose if the start is too slow, the rest of the game will also have some more chill parts. So I would say it's fine if the game has a slow burn or it's slow somewhere, but you need to be extra careful on the target you are attracting with your game page. I found that as I've gotten older, I'm a lot more fond on things that jump straight into action. Yeah, jumping straight to the action is a pretty good. Yeah, I really like when it happens, because yeah, I get to understand the game right away. Also, unfortunately, this being a free game on the internet, made from a not notorious game developer, people won't have the patience to try it out. When instead it's a RPG made by Square Enix, it can afford to have 2 hours of introduction, and people still enjoy it. Unfortunately, the indie developers don't have the luxury of having people involved in the slow introduction of the game. But again, I also loved some games with a very slow introduction, namely Robotic Nodes, which didn't even have a hook, just smaller hooks of the story there and there. But that's because good writing. Here we have I would say, nice writing, but not enough, I would say, to lift the boringness that may happen if there's not a hook sooner or later. Not every game is for everyone. You need to focus on your player base. Yeah, but the game has battles, so needs to speed up, yeah. Unless it's a slice of life battle RPG, but in that case, still needs to be careful how to treat it, or how to show it, how to present it. If it has a battle system, it could be showed. Oh, that's right, Zora. A flashback could be a nice way to start a game. Or at least a flashback with a flash forward with a battle. Any excuse to show a battle could work. One of my favorite FPS of all time, Marathon, is very slow paced. You don't really get the main hook of the story until about halfway through the first game. But it carries the lull in the story with level to level action. Yeah, it doesn't need to have a story right away a game if it has an interesting gameplay. There are also games without a story which the main hook is the gameplay itself. So it doesn't need to have a specifically story hook. A game. It can be gameplay wise. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, I was thinking about the last story, the Wii game, which the hook is always short term. So there are always short term hooks, not a long one, not a long term one. So there could also be some, like Zoro made some examples before, there could be small hooks once in a while before getting to the main one. Which will surely be, because there will be RPG battles. Okay, all this talking and maybe we are at the main hook. Who are you people? What do you want? Don't worry, young lady. You just need to come with us. Stay back! You know we can't afford to stay here much longer. I suppose you're right. Oh no! Annie! Dead. Okay, we finally have a hook, but I have to point out the end of the scene was too abrupt. We had a Critipedia entry for that, which is here, the Critipedia entry number 3, the fast scene change, unfortunately. I have to note down. Okay, interesting. Still no battle, but that escalated really goddamn quickly. Well, the start of the cutscene was fine, but I would have made it last longer. Also because... Why make it so short? We had all this long introduction here. You talk around, you go to the store to get a new phone, you get to the store to get new clothing, and then bam, she disappears. No, you could make it longer, show what happened after. How did the evil guys go away? What was the reaction of Mari? You can't just throw a scene change. Changing the scene could be a nice way to not show how a scene ends, because maybe ending the scene could bring some boring dialogues, for example, saying, oh, I need to find my friend, what did these guys do? The same dialogue. So, changing scene in the middle of another scene could be a nice way to not showing the end of the previous one, but that was very fast, too much fast. Have you located the target yet? Not yet, I'm about to enter the mall now. neutralize the witch at any cost. Alright, loose it out. I've got to move fast before anyone gets hurt. Okay, okay. So probably now we are in the same moment. So I like this change of point of view because gives more mystery and lets you get used to the new character before it appears. Have you seen? Oh, okay, okay. I appreciate that every NPC before has this different dialogue. Have you seen a woman with an eye patch lately? No, some short black-haired girl was annoying me though. Stay away if you see her. I have business with her. Wait, you two gonna fight or something? I got to see that. Don't say I didn't warn you. My main focus while developing my own RPG Game Maker demo was how do I keep the player engaged? Yeah, that's a very good question to pose yourself. I'd argue the gamers want to be entertained as soon as they press a new game. I don't want them to exit early. No, okay, I would say there's a grace period when you press new game. Even if, because you need at least to write the first lines of dialogue to present the word. Even if it's even better to just hook the player right away. For example, starting the game in a mysterious situation, or I don't know. Yeah, I have a Critipedia entry for that. No, maybe it's the opposite. The two mysterious things start game. I think though I talked about the fast scene change even at the start of the game. Oh well, maybe not, never mind. But yeah, a good way to hook the player right away is just to have a mysterious introduction. That's why I always say that the start of the game is very important. How you start the game is very important. Because this game didn't really start well. Well, yeah, it started well with exploration. I'm talking about the first seconds of the game. The first scene. The game started with the character here saying, oh, I'm here. Which is not really interesting. And is a little abrupt. Could have been more interesting, maybe, for example, the game started with her. And the game could have been... Yes! You don't even need to change the story or anything at all. You can just have started the game with her here, saying, okay, we need to find that witch, she's dangerous! And the player would have been hooked right away. And then, when you switch to the main protagonist and her friend, even if the exploration is not in, doesn't have any sort of hook, the player would still be very hooked about the game because they are about to think, okay, something bad is happening, even if it's normal here. What is about to happen? This... I'm not saying it enough, but putting this part in the start, in my opinion, would have helped a lot the game. A whole lot. A complete whole huge lot. Okay. Okay, let's go. There's still no gameplay, but at least we have some hook here. Still haven't found her. She may have... Stay away from her! I've got to hurry. Who are you? Why are you doing this? Okay, I understand Mari needs to be on the bottom part because probably Mari is joining our team and we get a fight. But why is Mari on the other side now? Doesn't make sense. I suggest you to stand back, civilian. Things might get violent. Oh, witch hunter, I must say you are quite late. Didn't have you morning coffee? Hand her over. I apologize, I'm unable to do such a thing. Stand back, pseudo. Let me have some fun. We don't have time for this. We need to go. was hoping for a nice change of pace. This outing was getting a bit boring. But I am afraid this is where we part. Teleport! I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That is a personal pick, a personal nitpick, but I personally hate teleporting characters. Because, well, you know, it's pretty broken. You are about to die. Oh, I teleport away. And I will bet that when we fight them in the final battle or whatever, they won't teleport away when they're about to lose. Sorry, my personal pick against the teleporting characters. We want a girl. Well, see ya. Teleports away. Funny enough, Persona 3 and 4 have extremely slow burns at the start. I almost quit Persona 3 after an hour. Yeah, I understand. A lot of people doesn't like them, but I personally enjoy them if the dialogue and the characters are interesting. This scene kind of said nothing of important. I don't think this scene needs to say something. I think we already have something important in our hands, which is a friend disappearing out of nowhere from teleporting antagonists. Persona 5 starts with a wonderful scene though. I need to play all of them, unfortunately. And then changes to a slower start. Well, at least though it got a player hooked with an interesting start, I suppose. That's the same as Steins Gate. The start of Steins Gate is very interesting and then we have a slow burn. But that interesting start was enough to make the slow burn more interesting. No! She got away! Huh? What happened? Where did they go? Where did they take Annie? Alright, you're still here. Well, sorry! I'm sorry, but you have to come with me. What happened? Who are you? Also, another small developer note. You can hear the music of the zone playing for half a second before this one. In these cases, I would suggest instead of putting the music in the map data, to put the music in a parallel event, play it and delete the event. And then have a switch or a variable, a story variable, I don't know, that when we come here for the story, another music will play. We have another music now, but we heard the previous one for half a second. What happened? Who are you? Not now. There will be time for questions in a moment. Stay still. I'm gonna clean your wounds. Did she got hurt? Thanks. Are you a witch hunter? Like the lady said. Does that mean you're gonna save my friend? The blonde girl that was kidnapped? Are you gonna find her? If I don't, are you gonna try? Are you saying you're going to abandon her? No, but if you were the only one that could save her, would you? Why this sudden question? Yes. Even though you're a civilian with no magic and no combat training, you would try to go against a group of witches? That's just madness. Yes. But yeah, understand if you I don't know, if that person is important to you, sure. She's a nice person who doesn't deserve things. This. I got to help her. I see. There, that should do it. You should be fully healed in a few days. What do you mean? What do you mean a few days? Did you saw the shop in the store? They had like a cola that can heal your health. That means you, a trained witch hunter, can't heal as much as a soda. A soda can fully heal your HP. And you can't! Come on! You're useless! Persona 3 has a few scenes of you arriving at the dorm and then starts with the action. Persona 5 starts with a flash forward and the conflict right away. Well, that's always a nice way, the flash forward, otherwise people can get bored at the start. Persona 5 seems longer because literally nothing interesting happens. She's giving her a sort of drip feed over several days. Drink one now, drink some later. It's with science. Yeah, maybe that's right. Would you like to make your dreams to save your friend a reality? Huh? What's your name? Age and occupation? Maritsima, 22, and I work at a cafe. Come to this address within a week. Are you saying I'm gonna be a witch hunter? You could be one. I must get going now. I see you at the address if you come. Nice. Another suggestion, developing wise. You can see her stopping, walking with the fade screen. The best solution is to plan her moving, remove the check of wait for character moving, and make the fade out while she's moving. It's a while since the mall incident. Then why didn't you go right away to the address? Maybe I should check that. No, okay, no, I don't feel this makes a lot of sense. Because Mary was all like, I need to save my friend. If no one is gonna save my friend, I gonna save my friend even if I don't know how to fight. And the agent said, okay, cool, then go to this address within a week to help you, to teach you how to become a witch hunter. And then, oh, I'm home. Should I go train to save my friend? I don't know. It's pretty cozy here. that goes against the character the character we saw before. This doesn't make sense. I remember when games had much simpler call to action. Your girlfriend got punched in the gut and kidnapped. Go beat up 100 thugs to save her. Well, the plot seems to be similar though, with a slower introduction. There should have been a call to action. Instead, the protagonist has to go to a job interview in 1 week. Well, she said within a week. Also, she's gonna check the address only now, so I would say she could have gone there anytime. Trials of Cold Steel does something similar to Persona 5. Starts with action, then goes back a couple of months. Well, if they do it a lot, I suppose it's a pretty working method. Because in this way you show the player the gameplay, you show the player the gameplay is interesting. Maybe you show a hook, I don't know, or something interesting that it's not fully explained, and then you revert to the daily life. That way, the player can fully enjoy the daily life without thinking, okay, when's the action, what's the plot? So I think that could be a pretty nice way. Also because starting the game is always the hard part to think, to program, because you should make it very slow, but neither. Well, you can make it very fast, you can make it to go straight to the action. I would say it depends from the type of game. Unfortunately, there is no direct rule. The most I think I want to say though is to learn from visual novels sometimes, because if you want to start a game with some dialogue or world building, having an interesting character dialogue will not bore the player that much. Players play visual novels because dialogues apparently is not boring. Okay. Although I haven't checked into work since the incident, I should see how Fulcher is doing. Also, another note. Making RPG games could be a nice solution if you're not very expert in writing. But you still need some writing knowledge if you want to make some important scenes. Or no, it's not right, sorry. You need a lot of skills to make an RPG game. But you don't need to max out the writing, I'm saying. You need to be good at writing, but you don't need that much experience if you are inserting battles in the middle, okay? You can afford to not be an expert on writing in RPGs, even if RPGs usually need a story anyways. What I'm saying is, at least you need a better writing in in visual novels. Making games is hard, nevertheless, you're right. Yeah, never mind, you need everything to make an indie game. Good writing, dialogue, characterization, gameplay, game design, level design, art direction, which everyone always underestimate. Also, yeah, art direction in this game is not really clear because we have RTPs, but also custom graphics. I would have loved all the game with those sort of custom graphics, for example. Freaking hard! Making games alone is hard, right? Right? Imagine if at the end of the game you rescued Annie and gave her the fast food and she died because you took the spicy food. That would be hilarious. Oh, we have the hint item in the menu, okay. Oh. Here? Wait. Ah, it's not an item though. Still, I appreciate it's not an item, and it's here. Okay, that's a very important option because, you know, it's important that the player knows what they are doing, even if they forgot. Too many games forget to tell the player what to do. So it's very important. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten payoff for the food selection yet. I hope there will be. We still have it. We don't even have it. Come on. Can I save? I suppose here. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Don't want a plushie. Annie said this plushie looks like me. I don't really see it. Cola and energy drink. Okay. Can I get mana? Okay, I have 0 mana. Makes a lot of sense. Because she's not a mage. But, oh cool, there's a bathroom. You usually don't see bathrooms in RPGs or in games. The news keeps talking about a witch attack at the mall. I wonder why I was never interviewed. Because the woman brought you away? Ah, we are at an apartment complex. Okay, interesting. I suppose this should be a multi-floor apartment complex. Meaning, I mean like, this part is directly above the lower one. This is a little unseen sort of apartment complex. But I think it's pretty reasonable. We have a floor here and slightly on north we have the next floor. That's unusual, but I think at least it makes sense and it's cool. How to say? It's okay to watch. It's a nice way to decorate the map at least. I just architecturally talking, I don't know how they're gonna fill the space between behind those rooms. Because, I mean, this room is probably 10 meters long. And so this one. That means, though, the upper part is 10 meters longer than the... I'm sorry, it's getting too complex. What I mean is, since this part is slightly north, should go further. But it's a really small nitpick, and surely there could be solutions like having other rooms behind. I don't think it's a problem, I just was thinking about it. Cars. Huh. I didn't check the menu. Skills, nothing. Makes sense. Black hoodie. Magical defense, okay. A waitress at a cafe looking to save her friend Annie. You have the description here. Even if I would put a personal description here. Ah, we also have side quests. And credits. Yay. Oh, that's cool. We have a... It's a credit plugin, right? One thing I don't often see in games is acknowledging the player's action. In Pinnacle, there's a lot of dialogue options that address the player gender, nationality, and past deeds. Makes writing dialogue much longer, but yeah, players will be very glad to see that the dialogue is getting different based on their actions before. So it's not really needed. It's not really suggested, I would say, because writing extra dialogue that a person probably won't see, it's extra effort, but when players realize their action have consequences, it's pretty good to see. Again, it's more clear maybe with example of the multi-story paths. For example, there are story branches in a game. It's pretty darn cool if your action brings your story to another branch. But it's not really suggested for solo developers, because that's a lot of effort for making a story that a player could never play. What are you doing there, kid? Well, I was talking about something not relevant, though. I want to check if my doorbell is getting fixed anytime soon. Oh, what do you care? No one visits your apartment. Ouch. Besides, Fulcher is the one who owns the apartment, not you. He has the right to request repair. Well, you should call your landlord then. Whatever, I can deal having a broken doorbell. This is not worth bothering Fulcher over. It is! You're probably paying rent, right? Okay, I have to add though, even if we finally have a hook, we are still missing battles. So I would suggest that the exploration part should be delayed for later, because we already had a very long exploration part before. So we are having another one here, and honestly I'm tempted to skip it, even if, yeah, at least there's not much to do here. Okay, that's okay, that's better. We don't have a long exploration to do. Maybe. Ooh, wait. Commercial district. Okay, I'm struggling to find a comment on this because I don't know what's wrong. Let's read the dialogue first. I should pay a Fulcher a visit first. He's worried about me. His cafe is in the park just south of my apartment. Okay. We have a direction. I was worried that we didn't have a direction here, because when the player doesn't have a direction, could feel lost. We have a single direction here, and I hope we will get another later with the address. But not having a direction or often confuses the player. Magic token. For a slot machine, okay. Where's the cafe? Cafe here. Fulcher? Oh, did he appear out of nothing? Ah, no, okay, he was turned around, never mind. I only saw white hair. Mari? You're here. I heard you went with Annie to the mall. When I heard the news, I was worried something happened to you. I'm okay, I just needed to take a few days. Sorry for not telling you. No problem, I took a day myself. Haven't been? Not sure about the English. I haven't been the same without you two. Harder to keep up with everything. It's my fault. I go start my shift now. I don't think you should, Mari. Huh? You're clearly shaken up after what happened at the mall. You can have the day off. But I didn't even tell you I wasn't coming to work. I should do a shift at least. Please, Mari. I'm not having a sweet shop. I know when my employee aren't ready to work. I haven't seen this excited since your first day. Thanks, Fulcher. I work tomorrow, I promise. Whenever you're comfortable. And so, no stuff for today. Well, that's very nice from him, but they don't have any stuff today. How are they gonna work? Ah, okay, it was correct. How's it correct? Okay, thanks. I could check that address that woman gave me. You should have checked that way earlier. Some key characters have multiple dialogue options. If you're unsure what to do, use the hint option. Okay. I would like to talk with him, but we still have the same problem. Up until now, we only had the dialogue part of the game. I think we met this problem with the previous game. Even if here we have some sort of gameplay. No, wait. This one. Even if here we have some sort of gameplay. Unfortunately, having only one sort of gameplay without switching between the two will take a toll on the player and could risk them avoiding some of that part of the gameplay and rushing to the next part. Okay, let me make an example on both directions. Well, not really an example, that's what happens. If I'm in a dungeon and I fought like 20 battles, let's say we have random encounters, I fought 20 battles and I'm getting bored of fighting. So what do? I run from the next battles. A battle, I escape. Another battle, I escape. Another battle, I escape. That's what I would do. And so, if the next floors of the dungeon have different monsters, a player won't be enjoying if they have an interesting pattern or mechanic. They will just run away. The same applies with dialogues and exploration. If the exploration and or the dialogues are too long and going for too long, the player at some point will skip all the dialogue. Well, we read the main dialogue that happens, but we'll take every occasion to skip secondary dialogue. Unfortunately, that's what I'm doing, and I'm skipping his dialogue. Because I would personally skip his dialogue. Also because otherwise I will never see a battle today. Hint. South of the commercial district. It's a small library with a green roof. Where's the Okay, we need to know what's the commercial district though. I suppose it's this one, but at least I know I need to go down. I hope I'm right. Okay, but okay, I appreciate that there is a prompt or a dialogue here when I'm close. It's that building. Looks like a normal library though. Does it look a library? Sure, let's see. First of all though, I appreciate when there's a shop. The walls are pretty empty here though. Yeah, this room is very empty. We have 2 shelves, 2 other shelves, and a table. That's it. Oh, we have different options. Bag of chips, which is a party area here. Interesting. We have the mana recovery, which restores sleep. Chewing gum. Health mana, but it's kinda nothing. It's percentage based though. So maybe for the long run can help. This is better though. Is it? 3, 5? No, not really. Only in battle. A candy. Is it a mint candy? They have more snacks than books. No, this is not a library. It's the shop nearby. A type of headache medicine. Cures mute, stun, and migraine. I could take one. Vitamins. Regeneration sounds cool. That's expensive though. I take one. Herbal tea. Other healing. Iced tea. Mana. Which is the same as... no. Energy drink could be better. But this is cheaper. Okay. Beefy jerky. A lot of health recovery. Okay. That's enough for now. It's flavored. I didn't really read the description. Wait. I need to know if it's a mint candy. I will never know. Too bad. Yep, that's the place. It's a normal bookstore, right? Well, only one way to find out. Somebody's already there? He's, hey. Oh, hi! Just, looking at the books. Can't find anyone around, though. What's this guy deal? He's acting really weird. Maybe we should have a look around together. Sure, what's your name, by the way? Oh, Mari. Well, I'm Lee. Let's figure out what's going on around there. It's a library. What should be what there should be going around there in a library? Let's see. Usually there's a... well, I know what to do. Yeah, bed is weird because you usually don't see a bed in the store, but I appreciate the game makes it makes a lot of it. Okay, I'm seeing something weird on the walls here because those walls are... no, wait, it's even weirder because the walls are 1 tile high. That means they are as tall as the characters. That means it's like having a wall 2 meters tall. Like, you can't really walk. Well, yes, you can walk, but you have your head touching the lights on the ceiling at this point. And on top of that, you clearly see that the wardrobe is 2 tiles tall. That means it's taller than the wall, than the ceiling. Which is a contradiction. This button is a bit odd, don't you think? Yeah, what could it be? Doesn't look like a light switch. Only one way to find out. Do you go around in random libraries and press random buttons, do you? What the hell? We're going down! Okay. Wait. The "we are going down" wasn't natural. You can see you're going down. It was to tell a player that it was an elevator. But there are way better ways to tell it more than "we are going down." Because if you go on a square, I don't know, and you suddenly go down, you realize you're going down. You don't need to say "we are going down." You could say, "Oh, what's this thing? What's happening?" And then, after you go down, you could see, "Oh, that's a weird elevator if I ever seen one." Also, the main problem here is because that you don't have an animation for that. That's why you need to cover the absence of an animation with dialogues, which you can, just in a better way. It's something you can say to other people. You're going down. Yeah, but in a different context. Okay, Lolo, thanks a lot for coming by. Have a nice adventure. There's a button behind the poster. Press it. Yes. Who wouldn't? Now in Team Rocket base. Huh? Wait a minute. This is the Witch Hunter headquarters. Hidden under a normal bookstore. That's so cool. How do you know? Oh crap. Did I fail the test or something? It's alright. Although shouting our secrets out loud isn't a great start, I must admit. Ah, you're the woman from the mall. Yes, and you are Marizima. Follow me. I'll explain everything. Alright, before anything I need to inform you what we do exactly. Hunt witches, maybe? Let's begin. What do the both of you know about magic? You can do some crazy stuff with it? There are only about 50 mages in Sacroreich. Mages are special born people with a gift of magic. They gain it through the awakening. Ah, I thought it was a bird thing. Let's start there. I believe you two have the ability to use magic. Oh, it's true. So-called awakening only happens under unnatural means. Saving a loved one, being in near-death situation, that sort of stuff. The mind goes into overdrive, thinking of every possible option and situation. Sometimes it awakens someone's magic potential. But weren't you in a life-death situation? Not really life-death, but in a situation where you wanted to save your dear one before? The magic could have been awakened then. The Awakening, isn't that a WOD game? What does WOD stand for? At least this time the protagonist willingly joins the secret society. Well, they have a very strong story of motive for at least. So, let's for a moment talk about another game. Not a specific game. Any other game. For making a compliment on the... Well, not a compliment, a story consideration. A good story consideration about this game. Let's hypothesize about a game. A game where there's like the guild. Let's say the classic guild. And the protagonist joins the guild. Why? They have no reason to. Here we have a reason for joining our not really a guild, but a secret society. So, this story has at least a pretty smooth entrance to the secret society, instead of some hypothetical other game. I don't know, I just wanted to make this consideration. World of Darkness. Canon that games like Vampire the Masquerade take place in. I don't know anything about it. It's like the Thieves Guild in Riften. A secret entrance activated by a random button that anyone can press from the outside isn't really foolproof. That's right, anyone can go there and press it. Well, I get that it's in a a room behind the storefront, so not many people will go there and even less press it. Those two did press the button because they knew there was something behind it, at least. However, people with a gift can also awaken the magic within them with training and concentration. The witch hunters need mages to compete with the witches and protect the people. Keeping people safe, huh? So when can we start training? In a moment, Lee. Is your name Bruce? What about the witches? How are they back anyways? The witches never left. Luckily, the Council of Leaders did agree to create witch hunter groups like this one and work together. Unfortunately, they've become braver as of late. Mari and her friend were even attacked in a mall by them. Oh, really? Yeah, a mysterious man, a woman, came and took my friend Annie away. I'm sorry, I was thinking about useless dialogue, which makes sense to explain Lee what happened to the protagonist Mari, but usually when you explain to someone else what happened, there's a fade out or something to not explain the player twice. That's why they do it, explaining something that the player already fully knows or the game already fully shown. It's an extra dialogue that could make the player bored. So that's a very important important thing to avoid repeating information, except if they are very important. For example, if there's an important story concept, for example, that the leader of the Winch Hunt group have a daughter, they can repeat it twice, thrice even, but you don't need to repeat an event that a player saw. So, it doesn't really happen a lot in this game, but for the sake of the Critipedia, I will add it there. So, not really repeating information. Yeah, useless dialogue. Repeating informations. Okay. I will write about it later. Okay. They probably would have got me too if Lucy didn't save me. Wait, that makes it weird because they caught her friend, but seems like they were making Mari go, because Mari was on the other side, moved on the other side. I would revisit the character placement in that scene. Witches are followers of the Lunastria and practitioners of dark magic. They are a group of mages who wish to use their power to enact their vengeance. So how do we stop them? They're super powerful mages, right? Well, aside from magic of our own, we have enhanced weapons, which can enhance one's magical abilities. However, are usually linked to their owners. A new owner can be found, but it requires a new bonding to go, which can be a difficult process. Okay, also need to address another thing. It's reiterate again how hard it is to write dialogue, but a good way to cover or to support your dialogue is with dynamicity. I remember I saw a comment from a visual novel writer which also made some tutorials online that said something on the lines optimally every single dialogue something needs to change in a scene, which is of course a little exaggeration, but is there to show that you don't want to have a static scene. They are exchanging dialogues for like 20 text boxes up until now, and nothing changed. It's a complete still scene here. We have a screenshot and some dialogues. I'm saying this now because she's now talking about the weapon. I think, well, of course, you don't need to make an animation for every single dialogue change, but having dynamicity in a scene, a dynamic scene, helps a lot. Not having, not giving the player some boring moments. For example, I would say she could have walked up there, took the sword, and returned there. Nothing more. Just to show that she has a sword in her hand, even if the sprite doesn't show it. It doesn't need to. Could be a nice way to animate the scene, give a very small break from the dialogue, and show that there is some attention to detail. To show that she's now talking with a sword in her hands. I don't know, it's a small example. Or even more, change scenario and maybe talk later about swords. Because now we are talking about witches and how to fight them. Or how to unlock the power. Maybe you can go more in depth on swords later when you train them. When you gave them a sword. And you give. Let's begin your training there. Okay, at least she stopped, she changed subject right away. Or the action is about to start, okay. As you can see, there are several weapons. Most of them are probably older than you. Okay, but we have a scene change. I think it came pretty nicely. It's clear the creator has some artistic chops, like with mugshots. I think this would be good for a visual cutaway. A full screen image. Ah, wait. Yeah, if the author did the drawing of the characters, and it's not only the face, but there is some sort of portrait. They could have used the portrait instead of the face set. And show them here like in a visual novel. I think that could help a little more. But yeah, making a scene is always hard, as everything else. And not making it more interesting is also harder. Go ahead and look through the weapons. So we choose our weapon? No, it's the weapon that chooses you. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was thinking about Harry Potter, but I suppose that's the case. Like you remind it of its original owner, they choose you. So much old stuff here. Swords, axes, spears, maces. Do you guys have any modern weapon, like guns? Firearms are difficult to enhance. Most of these are from the witch hunt. They were enhanced hundreds of years ago. But they've how do I pronounce it? They have always held up quite well. Do you say Dave? No, Dave. Dave. Okay, Dave is correct. Never mind. I'm overthinking. Wow, check this out, a katana! Oh no, a whip, yes, whip. This is much better than magic, Roblox Marisa. No gun, unfortunately. Watcha! I'd appreciate if you took this seriously. Oh, fine. I get back to searching through boxes. Oh, a broken sword? What's a broken sword doing there? Oh, you got a broken sword. You're bad. What the... Seems Mary found her weapon, and a strange one at that. I feel different. There it is, Mary. Your enhanced weapon is the broken sword, Alistair. Congratulations. So I get some broken sword? This sucks. It's not a weapon that makes you hunter, Mari. Yeah, whatever. Well, it looks like I found mine. That's the lance of the Banner Knight, Leon. Leon! No. Whoa, that sounds pretty cool. That's unfair. Whatever, no reason to keep moping around it. We can move into magic. Let's head down to the training room. Okay, I appreciate the change of scenario here. Though, as a reminder, we didn't see any battle here. Up until now, well, 2 hour stream, 1 hour of gameplay, I would up it down. 40 minutes of gameplay, maybe also. Still no battle. It's a very long time without any action of any sort. Well, except exploring. Let me guess, looks like a crappy weapon because it's secretly the plus infinity blade of God killing Omega Plus. Maybe later she will discover the true power and the sword will repair. Something like that, I suppose. Lee, I want to imagine attacking at a distance. With what? With magic. Magic is near limitless assessed. Capable of doing many things. Attack an enemy far away is just one. I'll try. Lee takes a deep breath and then points at the ground. I would say that those dialogues should be on a different window, like the black window box, the transparent one. And maybe without a portrait. Because feels like dialogue. No, I definitely don't buy this. Because, okay. Stay with me for a moment. Mari is 22. For her entire life, she dreamed about having magic powers. And are you saying me that she never once tried to cast a magic? Never once. She is very sad that she doesn't have any sort of magic. And you're telling me only now she tries to concentrate and cast a magic spell. She never tried in her life. This should happen only after a long training session or something that awakens her potential or anything, not just her finally trying magic. That doesn't work like that. No, this is surreal actually. I would at least, in this scene, take it longer for her to discover magic. For example, a training session on you make a fade out and you make it seem like the training session was very time consuming and she spent a lot of effort. And at the end, she finally releases a single spark and says, "Oh, I finally see something! I can do it!" And she's very happy about it. This is just unbelievable. Doesn't make sense. Holy carp! Whoa, I did it! Now stay down, Lee. Try something else. Good job, Lee. That is a lot easier than I thought. Oh man, I suddenly retired though. Bomb bots, the same animation, yeah. That's common for someone first use of magic. Remember, magic is like a muscle. The more you use it, it will naturally get stronger. Ah wait, no, never mind. It's not Mary's skill. Still, okay. I retract my last statement. But let's see how it goes though. Keeping still that in mind. I try to launch a Kamehameha every time I watch Dragon Ball. If I was secretly capable of doing it, I would have found it by now. Yeah, that's the reasoning. Alright, Mary, just try to attack using magic. Ha! Focus, Mary. Just try to imagine a way to hit a ranged target. Okay, it's not first try. Still, telling someone to imagine a way to hit a ranged target could easily be something a kid tries. Also, we ourselves probably tried to use magic in real world. Magic, Kamehameha or something like that. But imagine a kid in a world where magic actually exists. A kid will try like tenfold to cast some magic. 10 times more to cast magic. Summoning lightning? How is that possible? I just saw it with my eyes though. Maybe I hold out my hand thinking a sword to strike down my enemy. Yeah, okay. She gets it on the second attempt after being told to hit a random faraway target. I would say that should not be enough. Otherwise, she would have been discovered that way earlier. Way earlier. God, that took a lot out of me. Well, I hope you're not about to throw in the towel already. We still got loads of training to get through today. Seriously? Let's start with laps around the park, come back for exercise and finish with some sparring. Oh boy. A few hours later. Okay, we have got a time lapse of, a fade out for the training though. That helps. That's enough for today. Finally. Give me a second. The first training session is always the hardest. I think you two did well enough. You're now officially members now. Feel free to have a look around. Feel free to I'm free to answer questions, but unfortunately I won't. We have a personal quarters prepared for both of you. Ah, we are gonna live here. I recommend you to meet our other members. Wendy, the weapon technician, is just north of this room, and Thomas, our magic researcher, is to the east side. That's all for now. Come back tomorrow. Nice. It disappeared. Wait, it disappeared. Well, he seems excited. I'll be there if you need info. Okay, okay. I appreciate this because a lot of players that don't know RPGs don't know how to equip items, so, or doesn't know they need to equip something. So sure. Alistair. Oh, has a small chance to bleed. Okay, that's nice. Pretty weird to give them quarters when Mary lives 3 minutes walk from the library. Yeah, I was thinking too, but maybe I was thinking they need to stay here in case any emergency happens, like the firefighters, or just to not have many people go in and out every day, because would raise some suspicion. Also, I think I noted before, but only now I can talk about it. The walls. Here the walls are 2 tiles tall, but you can see elsewhere are 2 tiles tall. Here it's only 1. It's not coherent. Huh? The new girl? Yep, that's me. Oh, I'm Wendy, the weapon technician for the Evergreen Witch Hunters. The one which you work for. As of right now. Right. But never mind all the boring stuff, you get a weapon, right? Yeah, cool, if you want to make your weapons better, I'm your gal. I'm the girl with the gal then. Although we are going through a shortage of blood, so upgrading your stuff will be hard. Blood? Which blood exactly? Yeah, the stuff is full of mana and boosts enhanced weapons to a whole new level. So if you happen across any of it in a mission, you should bring it back. Sure. When you find some bring it to me, and I make your weapons the best. I even have some stuff to set ya if you want. Sure. Let's see. Oh, okay, we can buy something. Stun grenade. So the outfit, that's pretty nice. Plus 5 agility. We still don't know if the battle is turn-based or not, but 2 defense. Oh, and this one! Bulletproof, 10 defense. I get that we have 2 defense on this, 2 magical defense here, but it's more cheap also. Well, bullet vest is even better though. I don't have the money. The bandana raises agility and evasion. Oh, evasion is not bad. Oh, High Testament, how it's going? We are in an RPG, but we still didn't have any battle. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that we had... Oh, thanks a lot for the follow! Rian Vitor. Whoa, we reached 510 followers. Yay! On the road for 1000. Kinda. How it's going hot. I feel you, Testament, I feel you. Also, on top of that, while streaming I need to keep my windows closed. And I need to keep a shirt here. So, it's going worse with me. I need to become a VTuber so I can stream naked. Okay, never mind, sorry. So I was saying, we had a hook at the start and even slightly later, but now we are not having a hook anymore. We just need to fight witches, which is a still interesting object we have, but for now I'm not really looking up for the next part of the game because I'm expecting just other training. I think when you make a game and a story, you always or almost always want to make the player look forward of what is about to happen. Now I'm just expecting other training and no single button in sight. Oh, small note here, there's a mistake when you press ask, you just buy items. Hi Renvitor, good afternoon. What's bringing you there? Nice to see you. Are you interested in RPG Maker? Investor, no, the dev is not a dev, right? The dev is Jean Daniel Soleil. The game story would work much better if Annie was just attacked but not kidnapped. But the witches and Lucy defeated them and forced them to retreat. Why so? So Mari signs up to be a witch hunter and starts her training. Only then, during the training, Annie gets attacked again and this time kidnapped for real. Okay, I think that would help a lot. Because how? Okay, I was studying for my. I was studying for university a specific concept, which was. Wait, I had it right there. It's the same concept that works on social media, but also on gacha, which is. I forgot the name. It's. The Skinner box. Well, it's not the same. No, never mind. It's not the same thing. But the Skinner box is an experiment when they put a rat. Of course, it's a rat inside a box, and the rat, when pressing the button, could get the food or not. And it's demonstrated that a button that not always gives the rat some food is better than a button that always gives the rat some food. That is to say that a player is more incentivized to play the game if the rewards, or in this case the different events, happens in a not constant way. Here it's pretty much constant. I think we need to have a better comparison, maybe. No, what I wanted to say is that a game needs to have different a different curve of events. For now, the game is chill exploration. Oh, the hook of the game, the random event of the kidnapping, and then all playing all over again. A story should have should bring different emotions or types of scenes to the player. The concentrated scene, the mystery scene, the chill scene, the humor scene in some games. But here we only have the chill scene. We only got one dramatic scene, but that was also very short. The game needs to have different sort of scenes. Or situations. Atmosphere. I would say atmosphere. So let's continue checking the equipment. Okay, the serum... we got a similar item, right? Also we can sell items here. Vitamins, regeneration, and that's it. Revive. Wait. This one gives me attack. A red armband with a symbol of the evergreen witch hunters. Wards against magic. Nice magic defense and physical attack. That's pretty good. Let's see. It's a trinket. Yes, it is. We also have a slot for the head and the armor. We don't have enough money, but... I think this is for the head. It is. And since we are here, we can sell the hoodie, right? Oh, I can save, okay. I can't sell the hoodie! That's a shame. Then... I need to sell one of those. The healing item is probably needed. I will get some money later. We are not in a hurry. Though at least the shop here, at least is a way to detach from the constant dialogues, at least. It's probably all sweaty, that's why I can sell it now. With this heat also. What's up, Mari? Goodbye. We have the other guy here. I would also make this map way smaller because, again, it's mostly empty. Hello? Are you Maxwell? Huh? Lucy said I should talk to you. Is that all? Well, I'm Maxwell Blake. I'm the assigned magic researcher for the Evergreen Witch Hunters, and I do missions once in a while. So you're the new recruit I heard about. I'm very curious how a fine young lady like yourself ended up in a place like this. Well, free rent. I learned magic. Lucy saved me from a witch attack. Asked me to join. Lucy, huh? Funny. I remember when she was just a recruit. Now she's the one making new recruits. Really? You must have been here long then. Indeed I have. Sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment. I don't really have much time for the chatting. Maybe I can buy later? Sure. Well, seems to be an okay guy. Time to head back to the apartment. What do you mean? Don't you have a free apartment here? Also, those doors are not right. It's as if the door is suspended midair. Because it's on the second part of the wall. And if the door should be encaved into the wall, there should be at least a wall behind to show it. Or a curve here on the wall. That's just weird. I suppose I won't have any apartment. That isn't my room. Well, because you don't have a room here, right? Head home. Okay, so I just need to go home. Ah, it's not over. Interesting. Can I just leave from here? No. Okay, we'll explore here later, maybe. Also, small suggestion. Don't use this sound on changing maps. You're not walking on... I don't know, that's just weird. It's okay if you walk on stairs and go on the next floor, maybe, but... well, it's a personal thing. Using basic sounds effect as always, after all. Ooh, hi Green Games Live. Hi, nice to see some other people interested with RPG Maker, I bet. Huh? I shouldn't bet, since I have a casino near home. Yeah, betting isn't really a thing I should do. Oh! I like this touch, that even if the door is different from the others, it's a nice way to show that this is my door. Even it makes less sense, I very appreciate that we have a different door. In this way, I can find my room right away. That's a very nice touch. Otherwise, I would have been lost. So, you can see that the developer put some effort on trying to think with the mind of the player. Even if, putting your mind in the one of the player is hard regarding dialogues, unfortunately. A notebook. A portable save point. Okay, that's a nice touch. You can save whenever you want, but there could be some problems. Okay, nice to know. Color coding doors is a subtle but effective way to guide the player. Yeah, I heard that... well, that's a different topic, but I heard talking about guiding the player with light, but I suppose it works better when there are light effects, 3D games, but also colors. Lights are colors after all. Let's go sleep. And I want to note, unfortunately, that 2 hours and a half, 1 hour and a quarter of effective gameplay, we still have 0 battles. So, any player that downloaded this game hoping for a RPG, which again is pretty much very showcased in the game page, won't find any single battle until now. And I don't know for how much, unfortunately. I've woken up pretty early, I must be excited. I should head back down to the bookstore. Don't you sleep there. What is that? Oh, my phone. Is someone calling me? Which button makes it stop? This one? Hey Mary, when are you over there? How did you get my number? I procured your phone number. Stupid stalkers. And gave it to Lee. You two are going to be working together after all. Anyways, we called because we need you down there. Come as soon as you can. Alright, I'll be there soon. The tram can get me to the headquarters nice and quick. Tram? You can just walk. What do you mean? Still, let's try it. Okay. You can have different destinations though. That's nice. Lake? So we have other places to explore maybe. That's a very big lake. Wait, but we also have a... Well, this is not a very big lake. It's okay if we have a lake in a city with a shore, with the sea. The guardrail hill is weird though. It's on the water, but no, this bridge is weird, I would say. The edges are... Well, this is not really an edge. There is the bridge tile for it, and the guardrail is just in the water without the in the water effect that some items have, like the water rock. I always forget about it, but there's a rock into the water in the char set in RPG Maker. I don't know why I'm here though. Oh, okay, that's a blatant invasion of privacy. But yeah, since it's a secret agency, they can. I think in Persona 4 you would have saved Chi by now. Well, again, I would reiterate that let's halve my game time, because I talk a lot. But it's still a lot before a battle. That actually really annoys me. I would have taken maybe 2 extra sentences during training to have a mini scene of 2 characters exchanging numbers. Okay, yeah, I understand. Makes sense. I think this... Understand. I suppose it should be better. I would agree even with what happened here, because can show how strong the agency is, even if since having a number is that important. No, wait. Let me finish the sentence first though. Since having a number was so important, they should have asked the number before she went away. But now there is also a contradiction. Mari just bought her phone. How do you know someone's phone when she just bought it the day before? 2 days before, maybe? Since we had a time skip after all. That doesn't make sense. How are you feeling? I'm fine. That's good. Okay. What about the work? What's the excuse now? Oh no, work is there. Oh, we walk at this point. Hello? I will be fired, right? Well, not that it matters. I don't see any customer here. Need work done? I mean it, Mary. Go and get some rest. Never your coffee isn't acting up? Not today. Well, again, I'm not seeing any customer, so I don't think you need my help. Let's go. Well, let's see the Rasta guy. Nothing like a good jog, eh? Your training? Yep, the early marathon coming up. Gonna go as hard as I can. I've been coming the last few years, but not this time. I've been training non-stop for months. Aiming for at least a top 5. Okay. An extra dialogue. I think it was... well, yeah, I really appreciate it was not a common dialogue, at least. And so also it was a secondary one, so I think it's pretty fine. Ah, it's the mage. Hi. Mari, is that you? Who are you? I heard about what happened in the mall the other day. It's a good thing I left soon after you and your friend came in. Wait, I forgot who she is. Annie got kidnapped by the witch that attacked the mall. Really? I'm sure she will be alright. The witch hunters will save her. I will make sure that the witch hunter that saves her is me. I have to save her. She does... Wait. She doesn't know she's a witch hunter. Anything you wanted? by music. Ah, wait, that's pretty cool. I love this. Having an item to buff an ally themed around a specific shop. Here it's a shop that sells music that can buff your characters. That's pretty cool. I really want to fight though. I really would want to fight here. That's a pretty smart. I really like the idea because it's themed around a concept, the music, and so we can have a music store that makes sense. I wonder if it changes the in-game battle track. That would be cool. I don't think so, because it could ruin some moments like deep battles with a deep meaning, like the final boss fight, for example. But there are games that use it in a smart way. It comes to mind Bravely Default, that you can, when you cast your ultimate, a music starts, and while the music is playing, you get a buff. And so you need to act fast to get the buff for how many turns you need. Also in Honkai Star Rail there is a ultimate that plays a character to sing. Literally a character starts singing and can't act, but will buff the allies. And the music will start playing until the buff ends. And of course it doesn't override boss battles themes. So that's a nice workaround. Or a nice compromise. Lucille has something for us. Yeah, let's head over. Please, be a battle test. I'm glad you two have come. Your first mission is today. We'll be heading out in a few moments. Can we get any detail? Like where we're going? Please be on one on-field mission. Once we are there. Why not now? Mari, being a witch hunter means adapting. Sometimes you won't have all the information you want. Okay, that's a very nice excuse to not tell anything right now. I remember I got upset at Xenoblade 3 because there was a moment where they were saying, I got an idea, we need to go to a place. Explain me the idea. No, I will explain it to you when we go there. Which, I understand the hurry, but you know, you can talk while you walk. Here, it's a nice excuse to not explain. I'm just preparing your expectation. Let's move out. We head to the back of the bookstore, getting into a black car. We drive for a while. Me and Lee looking out to us in a while. We drive for a while, eventually getting into the countryside. Lucy finally pulling up next to an abandoned factory. Again, I would have put this dialogue in the middle with a black background and without portrait. Or, well, just not like the normal portraits. The normal dialogues. Your mission lies inside this factory. I'll inform you on more details when you enter. First, take this. Recruit vest. Oh, cool! I didn't buy a vest. You need some protection. You'll find some radio on the vest. Take this. Guidebook. Okay. Come on, Mari, we need better morale for this. I think you're carrying the morale fine enough, but yeah, can't get cold feet now. First of all. I can't. It's not an equipment. Weird. And her? So I should equip her. Him, okay. Skills. Oh, I have some skills. Let's see them in battle since we need to see a battle here. I think it's the moment though. I suppose we are about to see some battles. Please, a battle here. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, finally. Have you made your way into the warehouse? Yep, most of the place is flooded.
A few years ago, a massive thunderstorm caused flooding in Startgrave for days. This warehouse was affected by the storm. Due to lack of funding and how far out the warehouse was, it was abandoned. Okay, so the game is giving us some brief information about the place, which it's brief, it's short, and it's on context. I think it's fine, but I don't know, since we are only getting dialogues from this point on, I would rush the game towards the first battle before telling anything else. From my personal point of view, I would have discarded this dialogue and put it on a piece of paper around the dungeon, so you can find in the dungeon, other than a treasure chest with items, also some lore about the place. I don't know, something talking about abandoning the place for the restorations, or I don't know. Just a small thing I wanted to point out. The skill list should have been one column. Looks ugly and clunky when the name's cut off like that. I didn't really look it carefully, because I was used to Vic says that the menu had 2 columns, but yeah, in MZ we have less space. I bet you can find all kinds of weird plant life. Neat and all, but why are we here? We noticed a jumpy mud residue in the area around the warehouse, suspecting witch activity. Just a few days ago we found a witch in the area and gave chase. We haven't caught her yet. We also needed someone to explore the warehouse, the place most likely to be her hideout. That's where we come in. But how are you sure the witch is not stronger than us? Well, maybe they knew the witch they were chasing. But maybe she's not alone. They can feel the horn. Game you go, the horn you find. Exactly, Lee. You're right. Sounds pretty good. Exactly, Lee. You're the ones that will shake the place down for any magical contraband. It's your first mission. You shouldn't send them to mission after the first day. Are you sure we can handle this? Don't worry, we scan the building for any magical signature. There's nothing like witches or revenants inside, if you say so. You aren't alone, we sent in Isidora from the opposite side. Okay, you don't need to repeat the same sentence. I would still love to have a freaking RPG battle somewhere. Aren't you excited, Mari? We are on our first real mission. I guess, maybe I'm nervous. Who knows what's in there? Don't worry, we'll be fine. Awfully optimistic, huh? Stop worrying. It's still scary though. This is dangerous. Okay, here a battle. They were going for a little too long, maybe. What was that? Something is coming, get ready. Oh, yes! Yes, a battle! Finally! The game makes you wait for the battle for too long. Too long. Not even too long. 3 long. 4 long. 10 long. Okay. Why are the enemies drawing crayon? Not only the enemies, also Lee is in crayon. Yeah, from the screenshot I thought I was mistaking it, but no. The enemies are in crayon and they are clashing with the style of the rest. I really don't mind this sort of art style, but at least choose one. It's clashing with the rest here. You can go with a background of this kind, enemies of the same type, or you can go crayon everywhere. Here is just weird. Isn't this game supposed to be 3 hours long? Yeah, the demo is 2 hours long, but I suppose it's from the point of view of the developer. From the developer point of view, it's probably only 40 minutes in. You can encounter enemies, you can fight or run away. Okay, and it's playing the tutorial. I think here would have been nice an option to choose. Do you want to know how battles works? So if a player doesn't know how to play RPG Maker games or RPGs, they select yes. Otherwise, if I know, I select no. Okay, I will start with basic attacks. Volterat and Sentry Bat. Oh! It's dead! That was too easy. Maybe magic would be a good idea. Okay, I also appreciate how it introduces mechanics turn after turn instead of info dumping everything to the player. Okay. Use skills, pay attention, and use them. Okay. He has few strength, so the melee attack will do less damage. Okay. Mary will one-shot the enemy though. So Ember can burn, Cure, heal, and zap. Paralyze. X, the ultimate. Okay, cool. Also I appreciate the defend is lower. You don't need magic. Oh no. Oh no, I need to do all other 6 battles of this kind to level up. They seem like a lot. Why is the health bar the same color of the girder in the back? Well, I think that was just a coincidence. I was worried we'd finally had a battle and it was about a minute to the end. No, the game should be 2 hours long, 3 maybe, but from the developer point of view. So I would say if I had to play it on stream, it's probably 5 hours long, maybe 4 at best. You're right? Yeah, I'm good. We did it, but why did those attack you? I don't know. We should call Lucille. Why? Those are simple enemies. Is there any problem, guys? Some wild animal attacked us. And they seem way more powerful than they would be normally. Actually, I one-shotted them. Also, I have an important thing to say after this one about the game. Let's see if I'm not forgetting it. If I had to take a guess, the witch that was there might have been doing experiments. Seriously, making humans revenants is not an easy task. Most witches will practice on animals. Just keep moving. Don't be afraid to look at a help book. I hope there won't be many of those animals. But you were pretty confident a few minutes ago. You're right. It will be hard. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Alright, no more complaining. Let's move. Okay. I need to say an important thing about the game. Wait, let me remind it better. Yeah. Okay. It's not really that important. Actually, it's the same argument of the hook from before. We got our hook, but now nothing important is happening. I'm not looking forward for... Well, this training is kinda interesting, but we know it's only a simple training of looking around. The story had a hook which lasted for not a lot, and now we don't get anything. anything more. Just training and training. So this should be a training arc, maybe? I don't know. But it still seems too long. Or even if it is not... Oh! We have random encounters. Even if it's not... we don't have any interesting events happening. Also, an important way also to check if a game is keeping the pacing correct. Well, it's an idea I got on the moment. We can argue if it's right or not. Is explaining what happened in the game. If I need to explain what happened in the game up until this point, I would say the important stuff, like we got our friend that got kidnapped by witches, and now we are training in the anti-witches organization. That's it. So we had two main key points here in the story: the kidnapping and us entering this association. But that's it. Nothing has happened. I'm not missing anything if I explain two main points, right? I'm not even saying... It's not even filler. Because this should be the first mission, but... It's more like... the game... I don't know how to explain it. There is another thing though I want to say, that is we are 2 hours in, almost 3 hours in, let's say 1 hour and a half in a normal game playthrough, and we are still pretty much limited on the story. I feel like we are still shackled to the game tutorial direction, because we still need to understand how the game plays out, how the world plays out, how everything plays out. At this point, after 1 hour and a half, the player wants the story to start, the game to start. Now it's barely just starting. Bandage. The game gets the worst of both worlds when it comes to narration exposition, really. Takes up almost a full hour worth of dialogue and story, but the characters show no personality at all. Oh, I didn't consider the personality point. I forgot to notice it. That's right. The characters at least got a portrait. The portrait in a way show personality, even if by itself they can't work. But at least having a cute portrait can cover the absence of a personality, maybe. That's why maybe I didn't notice. But yeah, I suppose having a lot of dialogues can work if, well, a part of having good dialogues is having good characters. That's why visual novel exists. I should save my mana, maybe, because then I can heal if it's better. Let's go there. It's like they spell everything out instead of leading to some other kind of character building. Okay, yeah, okay, oh, okay. I understand what you're saying, and I understand what I was feeling, maybe. The events are just happening, or not really happening, they are just showing events after event after event without any sort of evolution. Again, should be the introduction, even if it's getting a little longer. But they are just showing a training. The training is just... Up until now, the training doesn't seem to be relevant for anything story-wise, except for the battle tutorial maybe. Everyone speaks so matter-of-factly. I don't see much emotion or personality. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's how you understand if a character lacks personality. A good trick I like. Let's use this trick together. A good trick I like is hide the portrait name on the dialogue and see if we can understand who is talking. Here. Oh yes, here. I will cover it mine too. Hey Mary, look, is that Isora? Is she fighting something? Those paces are getting annoying. Okay, I can understand that this is the girl. Are you the new recruits I'm supposed to be working with? Yeah, Isidora. Corporal Ranger Isidora Kovalev. Try not to be dead weight. Okay, at least she's showing some kind of personality at least, but I hope it will last longer. What's your problem? I was speaking my mind. I could have done this mission by myself. I think that's her speaking at this point. Yes, okay. The experiment didn't go well. Luckily though, it's a positive thing. But yeah, you can still see the lack of characters here. Well, she at least is showing some character. But the protagonist should be a stronger character than her. The only reason you're even allowed on this mission is because I'm here. Just sounds like you're a glory hound to me, waiting the mission all to yourself. I just wanted a mission by myself because I didn't want to babysit some recruits. Girls, we need to focus on the mission, right? See, unlike you, your friend actually cares about getting things done. He doesn't throw a hissy fit just because of what a stranger says. Wait, you... Yes, the mission. We need to find anything the witch may have left behind. I sense a weak mana signal coming from the basement. Into the basement! Can we get going now? Let's try to find our way into the basement. Try to keep focus, Miss Zima. Okay, we got some sort of party clash here, at least. Very small, I suppose. I would like if it continues, but I'm not sure. And no one is doing anything to save Annie. The whole thing seems to have been forgotten to everyone. Okay, you bring out a nice point. You bring out a pretty good point. I myself forgot about her. And that's not what you want from the player. I forgot the main hook that should have kept me hooked to the game. That means it doesn't work. Well, it was a good hook for the start of the game. Now it was lost. We need other hooks. Where did this new character come from? Well, they're introducing new characters slowly, but... Well, I appreciate they introduce a character here, but that's the first character with a character, actually. Isidora can mark enemies. Okay, that's a cool effect. Also, small note, you would want to fix your camera, because now I can see ahead of myself. I will fix it by moving here, but you should fix it after the scene. Don't let the player fix it manually. And we have a door, okay. But okay, I appreciate that we finally have some open, some breathing space. We finally have some free exploration of the story. I feel like this is the first free moment we have. Okay, Not really because we had an exploration of the city before, but not really because in the city we needed to go first to our boss, then to the library. We had some space to explore, but we didn't need to. We didn't need to explore anything. Here I finally feel free because I finally can explore and it will have consequences. Consequences, I mean, I will find an item to open the door, I suppose. Find some items and stuff like that. A locker room? There's probably a bunch of work equipment there. We should search those lockers. Wasted opportunity here? Well, not a specific opportunity, but she dropped her act right away. She could have told something on the lines of, oh, you rookies, you don't know you can... you probably don't know that witches hide things in the lockers, I don't know. Rookies like you don't know that witches use those lockers for storage. You need to learn a lot of things to be good as me, I don't know, something like that. No, she dropped her act right away and she talks as a random character. Sounds good to me. Yeah, they're getting along! They're getting along right away! Even if the previous scene they were on each other's throats. Kinda. That is a very wasted opportunity. Now she's acting as every other character. Energy drinks, cool. Silent Hill 2 cat incoming. What is it for? Money. That's a lot of money. Also, I appreciate the save spot. Also, free healing. You can get also some equipment. Okay, okay. That will help. Let's leave here. Let's give it to her, sure. That's all? There's a lock on this one. Looks new. We should open as soon as possible. Nothing. And we got another magic token. Yeah, even on the combination, she said the same things. Isidora now is talking as a normal person. Also, why does she have a gun? Didn't they told us that it's pretty hard to have a magical gun? Right. Level up, I'm on a roll. Okay. We got... okay, yeah. Normal increase, I suppose. And Lee learned the shell. Is it Final Fantasy? Maybe it's an air crossbow? I didn't really see it well from afar. I wanted to make another comment, which was it? Yes, the luck. We have the luck stat. It's because RPG Maker has a luck stat by its own. But it wasn't explained. I suppose the luck works on status effects, but... I don't know, having some base options in the game... I understand the defense button because it's globally understood, unfortunately. The luck option could confuse some players, maybe, I don't know. There could simply be a small information about it, maybe. Or just remove it at this point. I don't think anyone would build luck. Strange units. I remember watching a show where people would bid for them. Ah, it's referencing a show on... How was it called? I remember seeing a show of that kind. Pretty sure it was fake. Really? That's a bummer. Anyways, there's nothing of use here. Let's just move on. Why? Why did you get... You had that... This character is a wasted opportunity. They showed us that she doesn't like newbies. Every dialogue now she gets along with them. Now she could have told, guys, don't speak at work, or don't say useless things at work, something like that. And just leave the storage units? No way. Are you proposing a treasure hunt in the middle of a mission? Hey, you were the one who wanted into the locker room so bad. What about the units? Because I knew we had a better chance of opening a simple door than a heavy-duty shutter. Yeah, I don't think a crowbar is getting through that. Isn't that a more enough reason to look inside? He's got a point. Ah, fine. Okay, we are seeing a little of character here, at least. A little. We'll open the storage units only if you came across the keys. We can have another team to open the rest. Alright. A padlock. Okay. There's a lot of them. Even if I appreciate that you can visualize which one we can open. Okay, I appreciate that you can see which one we can open. At least. So I don't have to check manually each one of them. I wonder if it will go as the door hub of the RPG horror games. When you need to randomly check every single door to see which one works. Also, I will add another thing. There is not really much gameplay depth here in the battles. Okay, we have the skill from the other character. I should check the skills actually. My bad, I'm sorry. Okay, physical damage. Buffs and allows the use of certain skills. That's... I wonder which skills. Sidewinter, lower attack, and bleed. Okay, skills are interesting, never mind. So, we have some depth in the battle system. It's my bad, I forgot to check it. I will try some on swords, because I don't understand. You have the defense, and just damage. And you have tracking shot. Chance to inflict mark. I should check the manual, because they should explain what status do. Even if snipe here is pretty clear. Let's see. I have a status, I suppose. Dead. Okay, it doesn't do much damage, but it marks the target. Okay, that's cool. I have to admit, this is pretty cool. I use a skill and I unlock other skills, like Swift Swords, Agility buff, which unfortunately in turn battles is pretty useless. Sword Pin. Damage to enemies, this is interesting, even if the agility reduced amount is not really useful. Let's go with Snipe. Okay, they just died. Okay. With those skills, the battles could be interesting. So, I retract my last observation. Oh, Puman's bathroom. Should I enter? Why not? We have Lee. We have Lee. It's Lee's fault if something happens. Oh, hi Louis, how it's going? Allegri, yeah, sounds like a happy place here. After 3 hours, yeah, we are finally getting some gameplay, after all. Even if I will end briefly because it's getting late and I'm somewhat tired by the game. Not physically, but mentally, I suppose. Also, we have a smiley face. Oh, we have a smiley face. Watch. It's smiling. The roof is almost completely collapsed. Also because talking for 3 hours, I get my mouth sore, so I will stop briefly. I doubt there's anything to use in here. Let's move. Wait, I feel a faint mana source. What do you mean? Lee, you're a rookie. You just entered here in the association 3 days ago. The veteran girl should perceive the mana, not you. It feels very odd. Doesn't give off the same feeling as our weapons. Yeah, she should be the one to perceive that. Also, escape. Also, we have the Visu Stella option here. No random encounters. We will never level up in this way, but if there's an option, then the player can use it, right? Okay, we need to... Well, we don't need to talk about it now, maybe. But it's the... There's some critique which can be... Not everyone could agree to, but it's the protecting the player from themselves. Which means that... well, maybe I will talk about it when a different one happens, but for example, if I set the encounters to none, because I get upset of the... I'm getting tired of all the encounters, I will be under-leveled later, and it would be technically be my fault, even if I use the intended game mechanic. This is more clear when, for example, you... For example, a game incentivizes you to... It's hard to explain. No. For example, you permanently increase your attack by 1 point if you do a mini game. So you can farm a mini game 20 times to increase your attack, even if the player will get bored at it. The player will not get fun on the game because they try to optimize something, to do the min-maxing of something. In that case, which is the fault? Which has the fault in it? The player which decides to do something not fun for min-maxing, or the developer that doesn't put any limit to the player on that regard? I would say that the fault falls mainly on the developer, but if you want to avoid to answer, you just don't put any situation like that in the game, or just try to minimize them, because every RPG has this situation where any player can min-max by farming every battle, but of course almost no one does that. It's not really a problem in this game, but I really want to note down this problem on the Critipedia. So, not protecting the player from themselves, which in this game appears in the form of Visu Stella option to reduce random encounters. In this way, I will be under-leveled and it will be my fault. Probably. There is a key on the floor. That is the mana source you heard of? Or... Man, this thing looks pretty deep. I think I can see something. Let me climb a bit. Gotcha pull. Oh, thanks, Testament. I didn't notice it. Thanks for reminding me. Testament. And you got Asmag again. Asmag is coming out frequently, those days. What's that one quote? The player will optimize the fun out of any game. Oh, okay, yeah, I heard that one. I really like that one. Let me save it for the Critipedia entry. Because from my opinion, it's the developer fault. If the player can optimize the fun out of the game. Make sure you don't get stuck, Mari. Hey, you may not be cut out for witch hunting, but at least you got a cute butt. I wasn't expecting this. It's kinda out of character, but I like this phrase. Well, the first part is in character. The second one, I don't know. Hey! Says Bian Lex. Huh? We have GL. Really, Isidora? Hey, it can be lighthearted sometimes. Besides, it's pretty fun to tease Mari. At least I don't look like some cranky librarian. What did you say? Anyways, did you say anything, Mari? That's sexual harassment. Okay, you make a good point. I can see you add more power-ups in chat. Power-ups? Which power-ups? Wait, I think I got something. You can pull me out now. Alright? Turns out it was enhanced blood. Wendy will be happy to see that. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so we got the key to the door. I will go through the door once. If there's no boss fight, I will end it right now. I will save also. I don't think there's a boss fight now. Also, yeah, that's not the right key. For the mission, I researched the layout and history of the warehouse. How long have you been a witch hunter? I'm no expert, I'm just methodical. Methodical is all. Let's go find something to open the door. Okay, no, we will stop there. Because it's getting late. And 3 hours I think are enough. Even if it's 1 hour and a half of gameplay. And we don't get the... Here, enhanced blood. Perfect. Okay, we got something. So, I think I will stop it there. Okay. I would say... Unfortunately, at the end, I didn't really enjoy the game. Because even if at the start some dialogues were interesting, some interaction with the NPCs had a nice added a nice touch to the game, I don't feel anything coming from the game. The main story is just save a friend for the main part of the start. I get that. I will lower it a little, sorry. I understand that it's the introduction. Still, it's a very slow introduction for it. We only get to the action very far away. I think the game needs more turning... I'm not saying more turning points, but more points where... I don't know, something interesting happens. I would say also... Well, you know how they say, a story of twists and turns. I'm not saying any game should have a lot of plot twists, but at least some interesting moments. The easiest way to explain it is having some sort of bar, of line, of graph. I would say it's a straight line all the time, the game. Everything is with the same tone and not piquing my interest. The only time it picked out is when the friend got kidnapped. The rest is kinda everything normal. I wouldn't say normal, more like nothing really interesting happens. The only interesting things that happens is a kidnapping. Other than that, also, if the game wants to be a slow burning game with maybe slices of life moments, which only the start was though, there should be a different type of writing. Because this one is pretty simple. We don't have any character. We don't see any character emotions or personality. Well, emotions. No, neither emotions. If not, when the friend is kidnapped. Neither. Not a lot. Neither in that case, though. So I think having a game with this much dialogues should at least have more care put on the writing and on the characters. Which is not a thing at all, I would say, in the game. Moreover, a lot of dialogues have some mistakes. Some letter missing, a misspell of a letter. I'm gonna get some food for you was the best one. Yeah, I would say that for writing stories you need to know how to write. I can clearly see that there is some love in making the game, but love, unfortunately, is not enough. I appreciated though the battles up until now. Well, not really the battles in their own, the skills of the characters, because even if we didn't fight any hard battle, I saw that the skills can bring out some interesting tactical moments. So it's a shame I didn't get to experience more the battle system of the game. On that, I think I explained everything in the game. Unfortunately, I don't know how much you can revisit the dialogue to make it more interesting, because also there should be more story elements between dialogues to make it more interesting, unless you make extremely good dialogues, which is very hard to do in every type of video game, actually. I think that's everything I wanted to say. If I forget, I will maybe say it later, somewhere, somewhat, somehow. And we can maybe end the stream. Power up according to Louis. Potenzialmente ricompense we pay with mint candies. Yeah, I'm always up for a suggestion for something to add to stream, because I should really add more ways to spend candies, because there are a lot of users that are full with candies here. Explosions! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I need more ways to make users spend candies on, of course. Okay, for ending the stream, we should raid. We have Miss Blob online. Let's see if they're not no, okay, they are cooking. Interesting, okay. Let's raid them. And I will give you appointment in the next week when we'll be playing another game. The next game will be... Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. If you want to play the game, here's the link. If you want to see what happens after that. And the next one will be Relics of Aurelia. Not Wheels of Aurelia, Relics of Aurelia. small sneak peek of it. We'll be playing this next time. And tomorrow we'll be continuing Outer Wilds. And probably, yeah, explore even more, as always. Well, thanks a lot for coming by. And I will see ya whenever happens.